Good morning. Hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. How's everybody doing? How are we? Putting away all my clean stuff. Okay. Stencil. All right. So how we doing? How's everybody? Well, it's Sunday. That's a good thing. Well, most of the time. For me, it is because it's the beginning of my weekend. But, for y'all, maybe not so much. But, we'll make it through together. We'll make you laugh a little bit beginning of the week. And, can't be too bad, right? Today is 3:15. Cold and snowy. Oh, good morning, Carla. Hi, Miss Francis. Oh, 3:26. Hi, Miss Jennifer. See, now if you were home right now, it's almost 80. Beautifully sunny. But hey, you got a baby, so there's an excuse. Hello, Miss Janie. Three jackets and a hat. Yeah. I could see where that's going to be a problem. All right, let me grab my live here. They moved everything. I think they just did it to annoy me. All righty. I am live on the live. Yeah, my husband hates cold. But, he lived in Buffalo, New York most of his life. And if you know anything about Buffalo, well, it sits just below the Great Lakes and Niagara Falls. And so basically, they get this lake effect snow. And you can go to bed and there'll be nothing. You wake up in the morning and everything is ice. But the ice isn't dripping down, it's going sideways. $29 degrees. Kiss my butt. Although, I'm going to be living in that sooner rather than later. Because, Hubbard wants to move to Kansas or Oklahoma, one or the other. Hello, Miss Mari. Bug is still sleeping. He was up again last night. He's got a friend from school, and because of the way his school is, and it's online, it's a virtual school, they only go in one day a week, which means he only sees his friends one day a week, and those kids can come from anywhere in Vegas. So it's not like they can get together kind of thing. So online gaming and stuff is kind of the only way they can hang out. You're at 85, Miss Mari? I vote Oklahoma, right? 4 feet of snow? No, no. I have a rule with Hubbard. Yes, we can move there. Absolutely. However, I do not leave the house if the temperature gets below 55. So if it's below 55, I no leave the house. I sit with a nice warm blanket directly in front of a space heater, and I don't have to move. I have arthritis. I don't want to live in the cold. But Hubbard wants to be closer to Big Brain Boy, so, Michigan had a tornado. Very, very normal. Hello, Miss Maggie. Hello, Tammy. No. No. Where's my Zola? No. When's she coming home? When's she coming home? Better be home soon. Parents. Who do they think they are taking the baby? Okay. She better be back. What am I supposed to do without my friend all week? 4 seasons in one day, right? Yes, she is. All right, let's get all the YouTube legality crap out of the way. This is the feud. This is not a family-friendly game, so please, no children. These are the rules. Anyone can play. All answers must be given prior to the stop. Answers after the stop will not be counted. I will give you a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When my finger leaves the screen, I watch live on YouTube just like you do. That is when I will hit the stop button, and no more answers will be accepted. Answers will be scored based on rankings. So if you get the top answer on the card, it's 5 points, and so on and so forth down the card until we get to the bottom. If there's more than 5 answers, then you will get a point for everything at the bottom. Now, if it says dress shirt and then somewhere else it says shirt, shirt is shirt. So it's all going to get the same pointing. Each player is their own team. No Googling is allowed. Do not Google this stuff and then come back and tell me, well, the survey says. No, we're not playing that. It's what's on the card. Weekly prizes as well as monthly prizes will be awarded in the event of a tie. The tie will be resolved by a number draw. That your number will be your position on the leaderboard, and it must hit your number exactly. None of this closest without going over garbage. Monthly prizes will be awarded. Numbers will be randomly drawn until the winner from the top scores is found. You must be subscribed to my channel, have no outstanding unpaid orders. Provide me with some shipping information. And this game is open to everyone, but only those in the continental United States are eligible for physical prizes. If you are outside of the continental United States, I will send you a digital. Oh, we used to put my stuffed animals in the doggies. Oh, they're so cute when they're that little. I remember when Miss Lilybutt was that little. She could say some stuff, boy. Got no pants. When they're little like that, you just want to you just want to hold them and smush them. All right, ladies, let's play the feud. Oh. A party gets taken to a whole new level when someone shows up with what? A party gets taken to a whole new level when someone shows up with what? All righty, here we go. A party gets taken to a whole new level when someone shows up with what? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All righty, I'm going to go ahead and put the stop in here. Okay, and then we're going to refresh. All right, first one I see is Miss Tammy. Oh, well, I'll give you guys the answers. How about that? Booze, which is tied with illegal substances. And then we've got games. And then we have food, wings, and strippers all tied. And then we have celebrities, a donkey, and the fuzz. So we've only got 4 basic answers here, even though it's a big old list. Tammy says the booze, and that's a nickel. Carla, it's booze. Janie, booze. Miss Francis, booze. Mari, illegal substances, also under the booze category. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maggie. And Miss Maggie says booze. That's a nickel. I know who brings strippers and a dog. That's a party. That's a party that's already like at a level. Hi, Chris. Hello, Christine. All right, question number 2. Name something a 100-year-old woman might buy for her 80-year-old toy boy. Name something that a 100-year-old woman might buy for her 80-year-old toy boy. I'm so going to hell, guys. I don't think I could donate enough to charity, feed enough hungry people, save enough babies to make up for the crap I have done in my life. Name something that a 100-year-old woman might buy for her 80-year-old boy toy. Hauser. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So going to hell, guys. All righty. Number 1 answer, Viagra. Number 2, some new clothing like nut huggers. Number 3, a car, specifically an Oldsmobile. Number 4, an adult toy. And number 5, dentures, a cane, depends, or a motorcycle. Holy crap. Holy crap. All right, let's go up here to the top and see what we got. I see Mari with the blue pill. Mari gets the nickel. Christine, bifocals. I'm giving you the point, Christine. Oh my God. All right. Carla says Viagra. Tammy says a thong for the banana hammock. Chris says hearing aids. We're putting that down there with the point. Dentures and walkers, you know. It's an appliance. Janie and Miss Francis both get the nickel. And Miss Maggie gets a nickel as well. We are off. Here we go. Next card. Name something that would be creepy for a mother to still be doing for her 40-year-old son. Oh, Jesus, shit is on here too. Name something that would be creepy for a mom to still be doing for her 40-year-old son. I need aspirin. Oh my God. Okay, and for anybody who's, Harry is much better. He's eating everything again. He's pooping. I think he just had an upset tummy. Because he was puking a lot for like a day, like the whole day. And then like the next 2 to 3 days, he didn't want to eat. He didn't even want Auntie Carla treats. That's how bad it was. He wasn't eating his kibbles. He wasn't eating his wet food. He wasn't eating his Auntie Carla treats. He wasn't eating his crunchy. So, and he wasn't even stealing dog food. Like he had no interest in Ginger's morning cookies. And then Mike cleaned out his poopy box and said that there was like no poopies. So I think he just had an upset tummy, but he's feeling better. Hello, Miss Patty Ann. All right. Name something that would be creepy for a mother to still be doing for her 40-year-old son. I got to say, this has got to be a kid with some mommy issues. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just weird. He just, he just didn't for a few days. And like, he didn't go in the kitty cave. He just laid on the floor. I think he just had a tummy upset, but he is eating again. So thank you to everybody who was so worried and concerned about him. All right, guys, name something that would be creepy for a mother to still be doing for her 40-year-old son. Anything. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, that depends on the son. I mean, if he's 40 and he's disabled, that's something totally different. But yeah, no. Oh, okay, here we go. I'm going to refresh because I got to delay this. I got to, as long as I possibly can. Yeah. Name something that would be creepy for a mother to still be doing for her 40-year-old normal son. Number 1 answer, breastfeeding him. Number 2, doing his laundry and cleaning his house. Number 3, giving him a bath. Number 4, dressing him. Number 5, tucking him in, changing his diaper, or wiping his butt. These are not creepy things. These are psychopathic things. All right, let's go up to the top. What do we got? Carla immediately jumped out with the breastfeeding, as did Janie. That's a nickel apiece. All right, I don't see anybody else. All right, so now let's see. What did Tammy say? Tammy said, I think that's supposed to be showering him or bathing him. So that's a 3. Miss Francis said, breastfeeding. Miss Mari said, then I got to go up. Bathing him. 3. Miss Maggie says, breastfeeding. Christine said, got to go up. I don't see Christine's answer. Does anybody see Christine's answer? Okay. And I'm looking for Chris, giving him a bath. That's bathing. That's 3. Anybody see Christine? All right, I don't see her either. You're fine, Tammy. Chill. Okay. Name something that you'd hate to fall off of you in the middle of a hot date. Name something you'd hate to fall off of you in the middle of a hot date. Oh, some of these are horrible. At least we hope you glue in your jumpers. Name something you'd hate to fall off of you in the middle of a hot date. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are refreshing. All right. I still don't see Christine's. Let me go over to the other side. I mean, I see this one, but I don't see the other one. Let me just look on the other. I have her bifocal answer, but I don't see any. I don't see it, honey. Why don't I add you where? What did I do? I didn't. You said change him? It didn't come up. Okay. Christine said that, hold on. We're up there with nursing. She said nursing him, which would have been a nickel. So we're going to give her the 5 points. And then this one and the last one. Last one she said change. And so I'm looking. There's a 3. I'm getting there. Okay, now we're doing this one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting all the answers here. All right. Let's see. Name something you'd hate to fall off of you in the middle of a date, hot date. Clothes is number 1. Number 2 is your hair or toupee. Number 3, false eyelashes, brows, teeth. Number 3, glasses or contacts. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, number 5 is jewelry, earrings. Let me read this again. I'm sorry. My sugar's a little weird, guys. Number 1 answer is clothes or pants. Number 2 is hair or toupee, which I think is the same thing. We're going to call that false lashes and eyebrows because it's all hair, you know. So the number 3 would be glasses, contacts. Number 4 then would be jewelry, earrings, dandruff, or your boobs. We got it. Okay, here we go. So we're looking for clothing first. That would be Carla for a nickel. Chris for the nickel. Okay. All right. Now let's look at the next one. Anybody with hair of any kind? Christine for hair of any kind. That was it. Glasses, contacts, dentures, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be 3. So, Janie and Mari. Tammy. All right, and then I have fake boobs for Francis and Patty Ann. So that's 5, 4, 3, 2. Where's Maggie? Maggie said dentures. Yes? Yes. All right. All right. Name an occupation whose members could say, I've seen it all. Name an occupation whose members could say, I have seen it all. Name an occupation whose members could say, I've seen it all. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to refresh. We're going to see if it gives me all the answers this time. Nina! All right, number 1 answer. Doctor, gynecologist, shrink, or nurse. Number 2, a police officer. Number 3 is a reporter or journalist. Number 4 is a limo or cab driver. And number 5 is a lawyer. I can say that it would pretty much, certain accuracy, that those people have pretty much seen it all. All right, so we're going up to the top. What we're looking for is doctor right now, because that's the number 1. So Patty Ann, Christine, and Mari. Right off the top. Maggie, Tammy, and Francis. Chris, Nina. Yeah, truck driver's seen it all too. That's how I did put the nurse with the doctor. Because the nurse was like way down towards the bottom of the list. As far as I'm concerned, that's medical professional, period. So we got it up there. All right, let's see. Cops. 4 for Miss Janie. Carla said, a cop, and that's 4. All right. We asked 100 single women. Name something your date talks about at dinner that makes you wish you were dining alone. 100 single women. Name something that your date talks about at dinner that makes you wish you were dining alone. Gigi, I'm throwing you out. Because you're over here panting. Being loud and obnoxious. Go on. She wants to go outside, but mommy's not going outside, so she doesn't want to go outside because mommy's not out there, and she needs to stay here and watch the mommy. And mommy doesn't want her in here because she's being annoying. We asked 100 single women to name something about your date, something that your date talks about at the dinner table that makes you wish you were dining alone. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And refreshing. It's just so refreshing, you know? Okay. So 100 single women, name something your date talks about at the dinner table that makes you wish you were dining alone. Number 1 answer, other women, his ex. Number 2, himself, his day, how everything went. Number 3, video games. Number 4, cars and sports. And number 5, his bathroom habits. Oh my God. Okay. All right, so Christine, Nina, and Maggie. I'll get that big old nickel. Tammy, Janie, and Mari. Patty Ann. Carla and Francis. All right. Chris was the only one that went outside of that box and talked about health problems. And that would be talking about himself. So that's 4. 4 more questions. Name an inappropriate gift for a man to give his brother's wife. Name an inappropriate gift for a man to give his brother's wife. What would you do? Oh my God. Penny, did you throw something at him? I'd have thrown something at his, I'd have been like, stupid. Oh, did I hit you with the lasagna? I'm so sorry. Check, please. Give it to him. I actually went on a date one time with this guy. Horrible date. It was before I met Hubbard, between my ex-husband. I was still married to my ex-husband, but we were separated and living apart. And we just didn't want to get a divorce because what the hell was the sense? So I would meet dates down on Fremont Street. And the reason that I would meet them on Fremont Street was because I knew all of the bartenders. And on Fremont Street, there's bars on the street. And I knew all the bartenders down there. And I knew the security down there because I used to work for a magic shop. And so I knew everybody who worked on Fremont Street. And so I would meet my dates there. And we went to this steakhouse. He picked the restaurant. We went to the steakhouse, and it's in the basement of one of the hotels down there. It's very old, very nice. Not expensive, but so we get there, we ordered food. The bill came, and he expected me to pay it. And so I looked at the waitress and I said, "Can I get separate checks?" Because I ordered like filet mignon and a baked potato, which came with salad. And I had a soft drink, and he had like 4 beers. And he ordered the, T-bone steak. And I was like, oh, no. Well, the waitress went, absolutely. And she brought me out a separate check, and I paid my bill, and I got up and I left. And he followed me upstairs. Like, he paid his bill, and he followed me upstairs. And I was getting to the bar up in the front, and I was going to tell the bartender up there that I was going home and see if I could get, a walk to my car, not a walk to my car, but get my parking validated. And he was like, yeah, sure. So he validates my parking, and I start to walk, and the guy comes up behind me, and he's like walking, and I'm totally ignoring him. And we get to the corner, and he's like, what? No kiss goodnight? I was like, excuse me? We're done. Go away. This guy followed me to the parking lot where I parked my car. He got in his car, which apparently was parked in the same lot. And then he followed me, and I drove straight to the police department. I didn't just drive to the police department. I drove to the lockup gate where I know they're watching it. And immediately 2 officers came out and went, hey, lady. And I went, this guy is following me. And they opened the gate and let me in. Seriously. All right. Name an inappropriate gift for a man to give his brother's wife in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I have to tell you, that's probably the worst date I ever had. Probably the worst date I ever had. And it was the first time I had dated in like 15 years. I was like, what? All right. Number 1 answer is lingerie. Number 2, some kind of rubber wang. Don't look at me, it says it. Condoms. Number 4, jewelry. And number 5, roses and perfume. So let's go up and let's refresh, and then we'll get some answers here. All righty, let's take a look. I've got Janie, Carla, Nina, and Mari all saying lingerie. Tammy and Maggie. Maggie. Got her. Good. Okay. Expensive lingerie. Patty Ann and Francis. Chris, got you. And Christine said the rubber wang. 4 points on that one. Name a place that people get romantic because there's the risk of getting caught. Name a place that people get romantic because there's the risk of getting caught. Where do the exhibitionists like to fool around? I forgot to light my candle. Francis, you're fired. I have to cut that wick down. Love in the elevator. I think it was kind of a rite of passage for our generation, Patty, and I think we all got caught doing something in the car at some point, somewhere. You know, it was kind of a rite of passage. I told, when my daughter was young, I told her all her boyfriends, I said, you cannot, with my daughter, until you can afford a nice room on the strip. And I didn't tell them that they couldn't rent a room till they were 21, but you know, hey. Yes. That does get you on the no-fly list. All right. Name a place people get romantic because there's a risk of getting caught. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I would like to know how the hell they do it in the bathroom of the airplane, because I don't know about y'all, but even when I weighed 125 pounds, I couldn't get in the damn bathroom and close the door without practically standing on the toilet. You know what I mean? All right, we are going to refresh. Number 1 answer, a car. Dad's Buick. Number 2 is the movie theater. Number 3 is the beach. Number 4 is an elevator. And number 5 in the park. I don't fly, so I don't give a crap. I stopped flying. I think the last time I was on a plane was probably, it was right after I moved here, so it was 26 years ago. The last time I was at the airport was probably about 15 years ago, when I took my mom's service dog. My mom had gone to California. She did not fly with her dog, but I was picking her up at the airport. And so I went down like 2 days before and got her dog used to the moving sidewalks, because she kind of freaked out a little bit about them. So I had to train her on the moving sidewalks because the whole airport is full of them. And for me to take the dog and pick my mother up, I would have had to have, yeah. So I had to go down and train her. The entrance to the zoo. Girly, we need to talk about this. Okay, so name a place people get romantic because there's a risk of getting caught. We had Dad's car, a movie theater, the beach, the elevator, and a park. Let's go up to the top and see what we have. I see Neener, Chris, Janie, and Maggie all said the car. Tammy, Patty Ann, and Francis all right, let's see. Did anybody say movie? I don't see that one. All right, the beach? No. Elevator? Miss Carla? 2. Christine said in an airplane, which is not on here, but you know what? I'm still giving you a point for that one. Also, where's Miss Mari? Miss Mari. Mari missed it. Okay. She self-identifies. I missed it. Sorry. All right, last 2 questions for today. Name a fruit that's the shape of a body part. Name a fruit that is the shape of a body part. I am a freaking pincushion, I'm telling you. Trying to keep my sugar from crashing because it's been crashing. You guys know that. And yay, okay, I'm good right now. It says I'm spot on. All righty. Name a fruit that's the shape of a body part. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All righty, I'm going to refresh. Number 1 answer, banana. Number 2 is a pear. Number 3 is an apple or melon. Number 4 is an orange. Number 5 is a peach. Okay. I can see that one. Peach, booty, yeah. All right. So I got banana. Okay, Chris is the only, no, Neener was the only one that said peach. She gets a point for that. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And everybody else got the nickel for the nanana. Neener. Meaner. Okay. Last question. Name something a wife might do to her cheating husband's underwear. Wow. Name something that a wife might do to her cheating husband's underwear. No Marjorie today. Did we offend her? Name something that a wife might do to her cheating husband's underwear. In 5, 4. Oh, damn. 3, 2, 1. We're going to refresh. All right, number 1 answer, burn it with him in it. Number 2, cut or shred them. Number 3, throw them out on the lawn. Number 4, itching powder. Number 5, icy hot or Bengay. So I'm gonna say we've got number 1, which is burning them. Number 2, shredding them up. Number 3, throwing them out on the lawn. And number 4 is going to be any kind of irritant because we got itching powder, icy hot, Bengay, and hot sauce. Wow. And then the last one is, writing snarky messages on it, like mine. Wow. So let's go up to the top here. Who said burn? That would be Chris. Chris said burn. So that's a nickel. All right. Everybody else seems to have put some kind of an irritant on it. So everybody else gets 2 for the irritants. All right, that's game. Cut it up. Oh, wait. Yeah, Neener's right. She gets 4. Sorry, Neener. Okay. Let's count some points. I'm going to get the calculator down today because apparently I'm not very sharp today. Miss Tammy, you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's 35, 42. Carla, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 43. Miss Janie, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 44. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. 42, 43, 44. Okay. Miss Francis, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 44. Oh, you know what? These scores don't count. Hold on. We forgot to do urban myth. I'm so sorry. I told you guys, my sugar's really weird and I'm being a lunatic. Okay, here we go. What do we got? Here we go. A teller who refused to validate the parking ticket of a shabby dressed customer got the shock of her life when the man took his $1 million account elsewhere. Here's your garbly-goo. A teller who refused to validate the parking ticket of a shabbily dressed customer got the shock of her life when the man took his $1 million account elsewhere. Is that true or an urban myth? Remember, guess if you don't know, but answer, because this is worth 5 points if you get it right. All right, guys, I'm putting in garbly goo, so let's, get those answers in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 players and only have 9 answers. Somebody's not answering. All right, we're going to refresh to see if that 10th answer shows up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. It is true. The incident reportedly occurred in October of 1988 at a bank in Spokane, Washington. Now, this is a wild card, which means you all get to choose a letter. So I'm going to put 5 points in here for Carla, Janie, Chris, Christine. Tammy, Maggie, Neener. Francis, Ann, Patty, Ann. So Mari was the only one that didn't answer that one. Okay. The only one I didn't score yet. All right, so here we go. Ready? Let's do this according to the list. Miss Tammy, you have an R, an E, and a T. What letter would you like? An M. You got it. Next, Carla. Carla, you need a B or an N. Yes, put in your letters, ladies. Carla, you need a B or an N. A B? Yes, ma'am. That means you're one letter away. Miss Janie, you need an R, a B, an E, an N, or an H. Maggie says she'll take the M. We'll get you there, baby. Janie will take the B. Miss Francis, you need an R, a B, an N, a Y, or an H. A B. Miss Francis. Miss Maggie is going to take the M. There you go. Miss Christine, you need an N, an M, or an H. The H. Yes, ma'am. Chris, you need an R, a B, an E, an N, a Y, or a T. An N. Yes, ma'am. It does seem to be the hardest one to get, doesn't it? Patty Ann, lady girl, you need an R, a B, and an N, and an H. R, B, N, or H? H. Yes, Yes, ma'am. Neener. Neener, you need everything except the Y. An N. Okay. You got it, babe. Remember, once somebody wins, we're just going to keep playing. So you will be able to win, a prize as well. All right. So let's put this away. Okay. Now let's add up these scores. And I'm going to turn on the calculator because my brain's not functional right now. So we're going to do Tammy first. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Plus 4. Plus 3, 6. Plus 2. Which is 47. Miss Carla. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 and 1 4 and 2 2s. 48. All right. Then Miss Jamie. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 4, 3, and a 2. 49. I was doing pretty good, actually. All right, here we go. Next one. Miss Francis, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 4. 49. All right, next up, we have Miss Mari. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then 6. And 2 is 38. All right, who's next? Miss Maggie, you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And 3 and 2 is another 5. You have 50. Miss Christine, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 4 and 8. 2 and 2 is 37. Chris, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 4, 3, and 1, 43. All right, Miss Patty Ann. She had 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And then 3, 2, 4, 42. And Miss Neener had 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. So, we have a very clear winner today, Miss Maggie. Maggie, I'm going to get all of these together and get them in the mail today, okay? Don't tell me it's Sunday and I can't do that, because I can't. Because my husband will call my son-in-law, and my son-in-law will come over, and my husband will have it all ready for him. And my son-in-law, who's the manager at the post office right down the street, will pick it up for me because they work on Sunday. Neither. I got 29 one last time.